If you miss out on the best paying jobs in 2025, you only have yourself to blame for that, because in this video, I'm about to lay it all out. The top 15 cybersecurity jobs that are going to be absolute gold mines in the coming year. And thanks to AI, these jobs are smarter, faster, and more valuable. And if you're not paying attention, you might miss the chance to get in. Think about it. With AI, even beginners can jump in and take on tasks that used to require years of experience. So, if you've ever wondered, can I break into this? Or can I really get one of these jobs that actually pay? You are at the right place. Now, let's count down the top 15 roles that are exploding in value thanks to AI, and we'll build up to the highest paying job of them all. Are you ready to jump in? Let's get started. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tolulope Michael, entrepreneur, cybersecurity expert, and career coach at Excel Mind Cyber. And it's great to have you join me today. So imagine you ran into a friend you haven't seen in a while, right? You guys are catching up. You're talking about what you both have been up to. You remember they used to work in sales and wasn't anymore, but now they're in cybersecurity and they're crushing it. New house, new car, top tier job security. But the part that stuck with you is the fact that they didn't need an expensive IT degree or even any high level tech skills to start out. I know it sounds like a dream, right? But it's actually happening more than you would think. A few years ago, there was this guy I met at a restaurant. I used to frequent that restaurant a lot. I noticed him because he was young, hardworking, and he always had a joke or two for anyone. I once asked him if he had plans for school and what he liked to do in his free time. Funnily, I didn't remember him again until I ran into him recently at an event. And guess what? Now in his late 20s, he's managing security for a company that processes millions in transactions daily. He's making good money and never even went to college. Now, that wasn't an argument against going to school or getting an education. That's a conversation for another day. But I said all that to tell you about the smart move he made. Back then, he's put in the time to learn the basics and went after roles that were ready to explode. And I'm happy to tell you that the same opportunity is here right now. My job here today is to let you in on exactly the jobs you should have your eyes on to make your smart move well. Alright, now let's kick things off with number 15 on our list, cybersecurity consultant. Imagine you're a business owner who just realized how much is at stake with online security, your data, customer information, and reputation. A cybersecurity consultant is the expert you bring in to review everything from your software to your policies, making sure that there is no gap that could lead to data breach. They work on projects, so they are constantly moving between companies, which keeps the job fresh and varied. With an average pay around $100,000 and even up to $130,000 if they're working with larger firms. It's a career with serious earning potential. And with stricter data laws like GDPR and CCPA, more businesses need consultants to stay compliant and then avoid hefty fines. By 2025, as small businesses focus on security, this role and the paycheck are only going to grow, okay? And number 14 are the guys who jump in when something actually goes wrong, the incident responder. These are the pros who come in when a company's worst nightmare happens, a cyber attack. They are the ones who assess the situation, contain the threat, and figure out how to stop it from getting worse. Let's say you're working in a big company and suddenly there's a breach. You'll be the one who's called in to save the day. For this role, the average salary is around $105,000, and with a few more years of experience, you're looking at making around $140,000. But why do companies value this role? Reports have shown that cyber attacks happen roughly every 39 seconds, which means no business can afford to be without someone who knows how to react fast. With attacks becoming more frequent and sophisticated, this role is more essential than ever, and that need will only go up in the coming years. But what if you could prevent those attacks before they even get close? That is where the 13th job on the list comes in: penetration testers. Penetration testers, also known as ethical hackers, they get paid to test a company's defenses by trying to hack into them. Legally, of course, they do illegally. Their job is to find the weak spot before real hackers do. For instance, if you work as a pen tester at a bank, you might be asked to try and break into the company's banking app so you can identify the vulnerabilities that exist within the app. For this particular role, you can earn around $110,000 on average, but in fields like finance and healthcare, top talents can earn up to $160,000. Yes, with more companies trying to stay one step ahead of cyber threats. So spending on proactive security is expected to increase by 20% annually. So if you like solving problems and want to make a big impact, this could be the career path for you. Moving on to number 12 on our list, we have application security engineers. Application security engineers are responsible for making sure those apps you use every day are secure before they even get to you. Now think of all the apps you use to manage money, chat, socialize, and shop. Each one needs serious security check. These engineers currently earn around an average of $115,000, and those with experience can make as much as $140,000. And if they report that 86% of web apps still have vulnerabilities, is anything to go by, the demand for this role is set to surge in 2025 and beyond. So, apart from the need to solve vulnerability issues like this, every app that launches needs protection, which makes this job essential and keeps the paycheck strong. The 11th job on my list is cyber intelligence analyst. Typically, in this role, you will monitor online activity, gather data, and look out for potential threats before they materialize. For example, if you work in a finance company, your role as an analyst will entail scanning for signs of unusual activity that might hint at a threat. Those who are currently in this role now make an average of $120,000 a year, and those with specialized skills and even earn more, especially in high-stakes industries. Demand for this role keeps growing as companies move towards proactive defense, especially in fields like finance and government. With the number of threats only increasing, this job will likely be one of the top roles by 2025. But while intelligence analysts keep an eye on threats, someone has to create the defenses that keep us safe. That's where job role number 10 comes in: security software developers. Security software developers are the ones who build the actual programs and tools that protect our sensitive data. In this role, you will not just write code, you will develop the software that companies and users rely on for security. For example, if the organization you work for needs a tool to detect cyber threats, you are the guy to make that happen. Right now, professionals in this role earn around $125,000 on average, with top developers making $150,000 or more. And interestingly, the security software market is set to reach $58 billion by 2025, making demand for experts in this role go up, and now a perfect time to get skilled up. If you're more into piecing together clues and investigating, our next role might just be perfect for you. And with that, role number 9 is forensic computer analyst. Forensic computer analysts are like detectives of the cybersecurity world, and their role is to look at evidence and figure out exactly how a breach happened, who was behind it, and what data may have been compromised. Now, as we speak, there's a high demand for this role, with salaries averaging around $130,000 and sometimes even more, especially when working with sensitive, high-stakes cases in corporate environment or law enforcement. According to IBM, the average cost of a data breach for companies is about $4.24 million. So it's easy to see why businesses are eager to invest in forensic analysts who can help them recover quickly and prevent future incidents. But while forensic analysts investigate past breaches, there's another team working in real time to hunt down threats. Coming in at number 8 on our list of jobs to look out for in 2025 is the role of a threat hunter. Now, this might be a new one for some of you. Unlike the typical cybersecurity roles you hear about, threat hunters are not just sitting back, waiting for alarms to have sound. They are out there actively searching for trouble. This role practically requires you to sift through network data and look for the slightest hint that something might be off. As you would expect, it takes a mix of technical know-how and instincts to spot those hidden threats that fly under the radar. So, if you're the type who likes to dig deep and solve puzzles, this role could be right up your alley. And here is why threat hunters are such a big deal. Studies show that companies with threat hunting teams see up to a 50% drop in successful attacks. Not bad, right? So with an average salary of $135,000 and even more for those with experience, it's a rewarding path that is quickly becoming a must-have in the cybersecurity world. As companies adopt a more proactive approach to security, this role is set to explode come 2025. So if you're looking to make a real impact, this is definitely a role to watch. Wow, we are already halfway through the list. So if you've gotten value so far, don't forget to hit the notification bell and give this video a like. Now to number 7 on our list, we have network security engineers. These guys are the backbone of any company's data security. Their job is to make sure data travels safely across network, no interruptions, no unwanted visitors. They are the ones setting up defenses and keeping everything flowing smoothly. So only the right people get access to our data. And with an average salary of about $140,000, it's definitely a role that pays well. Plus, as small businesses shift their operations to the cloud, network security engineers are becoming even more essential. In fact, Gartner is projecting the cloud computing market will hit $832 billion by 2025. So as more data moves to these cloud-based systems, having skilled network security engineers is key to keeping it all secure and accessible. While on the topic of cloud, we have arrived at number 6 now. Cloud security specialists. As more businesses shift their data and operations to the cloud, protecting that data from potential threat becomes top priority. Cloud security specialists are the experts who ensure that data stored off-site remains secure and accessible only to those who need it. They monitor for risk, set up protective measures, and stay ahead of any vulnerabilities that could impact sensitive information. With an average salary of around $145,000, cloud security specialists are well compensated for their expertise. And here's an interesting stat: 68% of enterprise workloads are already running in the cloud, according to a report from Logic Monitor. As that number rises, the need for specialists who can secure cloud environments will keep increasing, making this role both lucrative and essential for the future. Now, rolling in at number 5, we have the security architect. These are the pros who build the entire foundation of a company security setup. They are not just handling the day-to-day stuff, they are the big picture thinkers, designing everything from firewalls to security policies, creating systems strong enough to handle any cyber threat. It's a high-stakes job because every detail has to work together seamlessly to keep data safe. With an average salary of around $150,000, security architects are well paid. And as small companies shift to proactive security strategies, these salaries are only going up. Cybersecurity Ventures even predict a 25% boost in spending on security architecture by 2025. So if you're a planner and love thinking ahead, this is definitely a role with both opportunity and serious earning potential. And at number 4, we have security managers. Becoming a security manager is a big deal because you will lead the charge on cybersecurity for the entire company. You'll be the one setting the rules, managing the budget, and making sure every team is following best practices to keep data safe. It's a big job because security managers have to coordinate across departments and ensure everyone is on the same page when it comes to security. And with average salaries around $160,000, it's a well-compensated role, especially with data privacy becoming such a huge focus. In fact, Gartner predicts that global spending on information security will hit $300 billion by 2025. And if you're a natural leader with a passion for cybersecurity, this is definitely a role worth considering. Now we are down to our top 3. Don't worry, I won't keep you waiting. Coming in hot at number 3, we've got the cryptographer. These are the encryption experts, crafting codes and algorithms that keep sensitive information totally locked down. Their job is all about making sure that if someone does get their hands on the data, they won't be able to read it without the right authorization. This role is huge in areas like finance and government, where data privacy is a top priority. With an average salary around $165,000, cryptographers earn well, and demand for them is only going up as companies get more serious. In fact, the field is growing at around 20% each year, so it's quickly becoming one of the most critical roles in cybersecurity. If you're into puzzles, problem solving, and high-stakes privacy, this is definitely a role to consider. Now we're down to number 2 on our list, and that is Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO for short. Now I know reaching this level might feel like a long road, but trust me, the role of a CISO is only going to get bigger and more important by 2025. So if you've got your eyes on that top spot, it's time to start gearing up. CISOs are the big decision makers overseeing a company's entire cybersecurity strategy. They are responsible for setting the vision, steering the direction, and making sure every part of the organization is protected from cyber threats. And with salaries ranging from $200,000 to $500,000, it's a role with serious earning potential. Cybersecurity Ventures even predicts that by 2025, every Fortune 500 company will have a dedicated CISO. This job combines technical skills with big picture leadership, making it one of the highest paid and most impactful positions in the cybersecurity world. And finally, we've arrived at the top paying roles on this list. Can you make a guess? And the number 1 spot is blockchain security engineer. You probably didn't see that coming, but yes, blockchain security engineer role is set to go through the roof in 2025. As blockchain technology keeps expanding, blockchain security engineers are quickly becoming some of the most in-demand experts in cybersecurity. Their job entails protecting blockchain networks from hacking and fraud because they make sure that this ledger stays secure and reliable. with an average salary of around $175,000. This role is seeing serious growth, especially as industries like finance, healthcare, and supply chain jump on the blockchain bandwagon for secure transactions and data sharing. In fact, market project the blockchain industry to hit $163 billion by 2025. So if you want to work on the cutting edge of cybersecurity, keep your revolutionary tech safe, and earn really good money, this is a role worth aiming for. And well guys, there you have it, 15 of the highest paid cybersecurity jobs you can aim for in 2015. If any of these roles spark something in you, now is perfect time to start preparing. We have loads of videos breaking down essential skills, certifications, and insider tips to kickstart your journey. Please don't miss out on this great opportunity to step into a career that could potentially change your life forever. If you also found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button, okay? I hope I'm leaving you better than I found you. See you in the next one. Bye for now.